see the wizard Monami, who was rumored to grant any wish one desires. Along the way, he met a very loyal group of friends. Monokuma met a Monami scarecrow who was missing a brain. When he recommended that she commit suicide, the Monami scarecrow hanged herself and died.
So that's Ibuki.
He also met a Monami lion who was missing her courage, so he pumped her full of arrows. He also met a Monami tin man who was missing a heart, so Monokuma sliced her into lumps of iron.
So the lion girl, she was tied up to the tree, right? That's kind of similar to what happened to Hiyoko too. She was tied up to a pole.
After a lot of other stuff happened, Monokuma finally reached the wizard Monami, the great and powerful. Eventually, one thing led to another, and he started beating the crap out of Monami. And in the end,
I guess I was
he
supposed to be the
somehow
wizard,
usurped
but
the kingdom from
it
her.
looks like the teen man sliced to pieces. I guess it's a bug.
With this, Monokuma enslaved the old people, took their pensions, and lived the rest of his days in luxury.
Good story.
And
end.
he lived happily ever after. The end.
Amazing film. Man, movies are the best. The drama was so moving that I needed 2 boxes of tissues, one for each head.
So,
Now then, let's meet up again at the class trial. Goodbye! I'm too disgusted to even let out a sigh right now. That's all I can say to describe my situation. Doesn't this story bring a tear to your eye? Definitely. How was it? Actually, I don't even want to ask. I totally expected your reaction. That was honestly the worst movie I've ever seen. Is it even okay to call that a movie? But thanks to the movie, now you know, right? Yeah. Just like he said, the characters who were killed in the movie matched the victims in this case. Ibuki's death by hanging matched the Scarecrow's death in the movie. Not just that, but Hyogo's suspended body matches the lion's death too.
but
It would have been a complete imitation if the killer killed 3 people, but it seems that wasn't possible. Perhaps the killer is just upset about that right now, huh? Or if the killer's main goal was just an imitation murder, they should be upset about it. But I'm not sure if that's even true. The wizard Monome has been added to the tooth bullets. Here we go.
hey,
After watching the movie, you get it now, right? That case this time is an imitation murder. Just like he said, the characters who were killed in the movie match the victims in this case. Yeah, we've been through this. Okay. Okay, let me go! Leave here? No. Maybe we want to check the information area or the theater area?
hey,
Okay, he won't allow us to go. Okay, that's fine. We haven't been on this area though. Oh, I guess it's just outside, huh? Interesting. This is the Electric Avenue. Let me check on the map real quick. I don't think we're gonna have any major clues here. And nobody's there, so I guess I'll just skip this? Maybe? I don't know, I might as well go in, I guess. I remember there was the weird file about Monomi here. About how the world ended or something. I don't think I see anything new here though. Okay, let's go out and go to the motel. Because I'm pretty sure the dialogue here is gonna be the same as always. So we don't need to bother with that. Time to investigate the motel. Try some interesting clues here. I just remembered I never went inside any of the rooms in the motel. Plus, I don't even know where Hyoko's room is. It might be faster just to ask someone.
Damn right.
Hey, Hajime, can you explain it to me again? What happened when you first discovered Ibuki's body? It was the same as when I found it with you guys. Ibuki's body was hanging from the bottom lighting. However, there was no body discovery announcement made. That's why I went to get you guys. I met up with Chiaki at this motel, and when we were about to go back to the music venue, you met up with Mikan and me. And when we went back to the music venue, the entrance door wouldn't open for some reason. So we had no choice but to break down the door and discovered Hyoko's body was suddenly there too. Yeah, that's what happened.
Hey,
This is the most important part. When you arrived at the motel, who else saw you besides Chiaki? As I recall... Didn't you hear me? A body was found! A body! Yeah! Could it be? Do you intend to spread lies like Nagito in order to confuse us all? Besides Chiaki, I also saw Gundam and Monomi. I see. So Kazuichi and Sonia didn't appear, huh? Do you think those two are suspicious? Well, Hyoko was killed between the time you saw Ibuki's body and when we broke down the door, right? So obviously those two are the most suspicious since they weren't with us. That might be it, but... While we are it, let me tell you my alibi too. When the morning Monokuma announcement woke me up, I went straight to the hospital. I saw Mikan panicking in front of the hospital. I asked her what was going on. She said Ibuki disappeared. So you guys split up and looked for Ibuki, huh?
well, yeah.
Well, yeah, while we were circling the islands, we came to the motel and saw you guys there. Did you see anyone else while you circled the island? No, we went to the movie theater and the streets full of machines to look for Ibuki, but we didn't see anyone. Are you implying I don't have an alibi because I didn't run into anyone? It's unreasonable for you to doubt me. The time that Mika and I were on our own looking for Ibuki wasn't very long. In that short time, there's no way I could have killed Hyoko and wrapped her around the pillar with the duct tape. It's true. I feel like there wasn't enough time to do that after I left the music venue, but the fact is, Hyoko was killed and we did discover her body. Well, do you still doubt me?
Jeez.
Well, I'm used to it. It's true I've done things I deserve to be doubted for. So don't worry, even if you doubt me, I don't plan on dismembering you and encasing you in concrete. I would want to know that in advance. What I would have to do to end up like that. For Yohiko's account. Suck to Gundam now?
So you have...
You're here, right? Come on out. Are you talking to me? I can see you. Did you really think you could hide your presence like that? I wasn't trying to hide in the first place. Hey, which room was Hyoko staying in?
Listen well.
Open the door to the center room. However, are you prepared? Make sure you pray to whatever god you hold dear, and you might want to bring an extra pair of underwear. I wonder, how does this guy talk to his parents and teachers? A rundown, rusted, rotting car someone abandoned. Looks like it's not a clue to the incident. Hyoko's room. I guess we can't go into the other rooms. It's fine. Let's go check Hyoko's room. Looks like it's locked, but the key was inside her kimono. Maybe if I use this. It opened, just as I thought. This key was Hyoko's room key. Alright, I should go inside. So, Hyoko was staying here. She only stayed here a few nights, so it doesn't really feel like her room, but I feel a little conflicted.
Oh my!
Huh? Did the door open? Yeah, Hyoko put the key in her kimono, so I used that to open it. I see. What? Did something happen? No, it's just... I'm starting to believe it might have been my fault. Her fault? What does she mean? Okay, we want to investigate here a little bit before we talk to Sonia again. Check the bed. The bed isn't messed up. It doesn't look like she was abducted in her sleep. Surveillance camera. Guess it's nothing. Okay. Looks like it would be important to me, but I guess not. Guess the other thing we can interact with is the sink. There's a mirror, but it's so small and rusty. There's no way anyone can use this. Is that really all? It seems like it. Talk to Sonia then. Oh, I saw the Monokuma doll. I saw it. It was standing on the toilet. The moment Hiyoko came to this motel, she completely shut herself in this room. She was afraid of the despair disease, so she was cautious of you guys too, right? However, her fear of the disease was not the only reason she locked herself in her room. She had another reason. Besides the disease, what other reason would make her lock herself in her room?
Perhaps.
Her kimono. Her kimono? Yesterday I went to go talk to her. Since she had been in her room for some time, I told her it might be good for her to go outside for a bit. She kept the door to her room locked, but by coincidence, it was not locked at that time. And then I saw it. Hiyoko was crying and struggling with her kimono sash. She did not want to smell bad, so she took a shower, but then she could not tie her sash anymore. Mahiro's no longer with us, so I believe she was having trouble with it. She didn't leave her room because she couldn't tie her kimono.
You are right.
The others might have thought it was just a silly sash, but it must have been a serious issue for her. Hiyoko told me that she learned how to tie her sash from Mahiro, that Mahiro kindly taught her the basics. That's why she wanted to be able to tie her sash on her own.
Perhaps.
She probably could not forgive herself for not being able to do it, especially since Mahiro taught her. I couldn't really understand her feelings, which is why I said what I did. What did you say?
Hyoko, by chance, are you having trouble wearing your kimono?
Stupid! What are you saying? Of course I can do it! Because Mahiru taught me. That's why I can do it on my own.
If that is the case, how about you do it someplace where there is a mirror?
So that's why she went to the music venue. She was gonna look for the full body mirror, right?
Do you remember the full-length mirror in the storage room at the music venue? If you do it while standing in front of a large mirror, I am confident you will be successful. Also, shutting yourself in your room like this may be bad for your health.
Interesting. And that was when she kicked me out.
It cannot be.
Could it be? Hiyoko remember that? Are you saying she went to the music venue to wear her kimono? I can see that happening. Hiyoko locked her room and made sure to put the room key inside her kimono. I can't imagine that she was abducted by someone. If so, that's weird. Hey, did you tell anyone about this before the incident, or was someone listening in on your conversation? I never told this to anyone. I do not believe anyone was listening in our conversation. Nobody knew. If that's the case, how did the killer know Hiyoko was going to the music venue? Something's wrong. Maybe the killer was waiting in the storage room, and then Hiyoko came in, and that's why the killer killed her. Maybe? Maybe not. I don't see anything else that looks suspicious. There's no sign that someone made a mess of her room, and I don't think she was forcibly abducted. I feel like I couldn't really find any important clues. Oh well. Now the Monokuma doll! We're gonna lose it forever, aren't we? I think we are. Oh no.
Hello! How's everybody doing? It's me, Monokuma! Yay! Awesome!
I mean, it's not like I've been able to get all of the other dolls from the other chapters, so I don't think it matters.
The class trial's gonna start, you know. So, make sure you guys come to Monokuma Rock. I'll see you soon.
Alright, seems like we're already going to the class trial. That's interesting. It's already time. So this again. I need to go to that place again. But now's not the time to be a coward. The reason Ibuki and Hyoko became victims in order to find the truth. The only thing I can do is go. No! Don't go, please! Can you please go back? No? Alright, I guess I'm gonna lose the Monokuma doll. Maybe the killer was killing, moving Ibuki, and then Hiyoko came in? Well, Ibuki did kill herself. Oh no, it's the rock. It's on the other side. Okay. Actually, yeah, there's nobody we could talk to. So let's just go to the Monokuma Rock, I guess. I don't think the killer was moving Ibuki though, because Ibuki was still hanging when we came there, so I don't know. I think the killer was hiding in the storage room, and then Hiyoko came over to adjust her kimono, and the killer had to kill her or something. Well, I have no choice where to go, so goodbye, Monokuma Do. I did see him though, standing on the toilet, so it sucks that I can't go back, but it's what it is. It's all relevant, so everyone who heard the announcement had gathered in front of the Monokuma Rock, and soon enough...
Welcome!
Is everyone here? Do you guys want to go to the class trial? Hey, Jack, hold it right there!
Monami,
What? Don't get in my way. You're just a dumb little sister who's short of fewer brain cells. My brain works just fine. Monokuma, what did you do to Nekomaru? Ah, I see. So you've come to avenge him. Avenge? That sounds like he died. Sounds like you say. Oops. Anyway, since Nekomaru is unfortunately unavailable today, let's just say he's absent.
Bye-bye.
Now then, I gotta go first.
I won't let you.
Hold on. I won't let you escape.
Hey.
Hey, did you guys hear what he said?
Huh?
Don't worry about it. There's no way Nekomaru is dead. He's just trying to piss us off.
Damn it!
Of course he's not dead. There's no way. Not in a million years.
Well,
More importantly, it's best if we worry about ourselves, Una. If something happens here, every one of us except Nekomaru will die. Why are you so excited about that?
how about it?
Who knows? Maybe I'm just looking forward to seeing the poetic justice prevail.
What do you
What are you saying, fiend? You'll find soon enough.
See?
Then let's go.
I'm gonna do
Alright, let's hurry up and get over with. Let's get this over with. Yeah, you're right. First, though, do we have a Monokuma doll on the trees? Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it at all. Alright, talk to Chucky.
Hey,
Let's go. There's no time to waste. I know it's sad, but we need to move forward, and then we need to end this once and for all.
Jeez.
I already figured this, but especially if you don't rely on Monomi all that much. She's just saying stupid things, and it all makes us even more confused. Maybe we should just shut her up for good? Are we sure that wasn't Nekomaru's doll on the toilet? No, it was Monokuma wearing a sombrero. I saw it very well. Why would the killer wait there, though? The thing is... I don't know. That it is weird, right? But the killer must have been there because he locked the door. He barred the door, at least. Before we came back, so... he would open... so... unless it was Hiyoko who barred the door? That doesn't make sense, though. How did she die? How was she tied up? I don't know. Hiyoko, it must be my fault after all. Then I must learn the truth behind this murder most foul. Now then, let us proceed. Just checking. I haven't been helpful at all. I can't even figure out estimated time of death. I'm sorry, I'm such a useless piece of trash. No, that's fine. It's about time I showed my serious side. Jeez, how troublesome. But I suppose I can display my true power for the sake of our two fallen comrades.
This is bad.
Hey, what did Monokuma mean just now? Don't tell me Nekomaru's already. Don't get distracted by Monokuma. We need to focus on the class trial right now. I know, but... oh no, wrong character. Akane?
I'm gonna do it!
Hey, what are you whining about? Hurry and let's get this over with already. And then we can greet Coach Nekomaru with open arms when he comes back. The best for the last. Just as I thought, this particular incident... Oops, we can continue this later, right, Hajime? What's wrong with him? He's even creepier than usual. Yeah, he's acting very creepy. Alright, let's go then. Class trial. It is time. The killer tied her after they killed her, and then hid her body somewhere when Hajime and then came in or something. And the killer was probably busy. Hajime and the rest came in or something. And the killer was probably busy doing something in the venue when Hiyoko first came in. That's what the game has been directing us to so far. But we don't know for sure yet. I guess we're gonna find out on the class trial. Stepped on the escalator. Is that when I suddenly noticed? I noticed a lined up silhouettes getting smaller and smaller. But I can't turn back now. If I turn back, I won't be able to press forward. And when everyone was inside Monokuma's door, it closed again. The elevator began its steep descent as usual. But nobody said a word. And we stood there trying to figure out what happened what to say to each other. The elevator descended deeper and deeper. And when it descended as far as it could go, it finally stopped. The elevator doors opened slowly, almost tantalizingly so. Light poured through the other sides, eroding the boundaries of the darkness, and I walked into that place. Keep thinking the head's gonna launch into space. My, it feels pretty toothless with all these empty seats. Well, two people got killed at the same time, and Nakamura's not here either.
Hey.
Is Nakamura really not participating? If he's alive, you should invite him.
No.
Why bother? What?
Well now.
Now then, let's begin. It's the beginning of the long-awaited class trial. Please enjoy it to your heart's content. And so, the curtain to the third class trial was about to open. Ibuki Miyoda, the ultimate musician. She was really loud, but she was the mood maker of a group. When I was with her, all my pain and suffering just seemed to melt away. Hiyoko Sayonji, the ultimate traditional dancer. Just from looking at her adorable face, you never know she was actually selfish and foul-mouthed. But she was trying to change herself, and she was desperately trying to come to terms with Mahiru's death. The person who killed those two is among us. Is it? I mean, yes, of course. Yes. I definitely can't believe it. But whether I believe it or not, it's irrelevant. Unless I figured out the truth, I won't be able to escape from this hell. That's why I must find out, no matter the cost. For our sake, for our friends' sake, for Ibuki and Hyoko's sake. And so, the curtain to the third class trial was about to open. This life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, has begun. Would you like to save? Yes, of course. Set skills. It's like we have enough skills to equip all of them, so cheat code. That's Chiaki's special skill, right? It's pretty cool. But I think we have everything else equipped. We might as well open the e-handbook, go into the report card, and maybe buy a skill from Onomi. Melodious voice. Increases damage to an opponent when a statement is destroyed. Effective to panic talk action. I mean, I don't know. I might as well, yeah, sure. Let's take that. With Chiaki's special skill, it's gonna be like way easier now. Her special skill, it's like we don't have a time limit anymore on the non-stop debate, and that's the most difficult part, so I'm pretty happy to have that. Let's finish preparations and go. Play it twice myself, watch my boyfriend, some friends, including Lika, and I'll go through it.
With a simple explanation of the class trial.
It is a very fun game, so I get why you wouldn't watch it multiple times.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. Oh well, who cares about this boring explanation? Let's get on with it already!
I don't mind starting the trial, but I don't really have a grasp of how the case played out. You know, because I was asleep the whole time.
Even if you do grasp it, you're just gonna confuse the heck out of us, aren't you?
But Nagito's not alone. I don't really get it either.
You're fine. Your head's empty anyway.
Empty head? Huh. What's wrong with that? Listen up. The emptier your head, the more dreams you can stuff inside it, you know?
Yeah, of course.
Anyway, we shouldn't proceed with the trial if those two can't participate in the arguments. Since he's the first witness, why don't we ask Hajime to explain the incident and the sequence of events?
Then, let's start with when we split into the hospital team and motel team because of the despair disease. The hospital team consisted of Nagito, Ibuki, and Akane, who were infected, and Mikan, Fuyuhiko, and me.
The other 5 on the motel team were myself, Gundam, Kazuichi, Chiaki, and Hyoko.
Spending the night at the hospital was prohibited, so Hajime and I had to sleep at our cottages.
I woke up at my cottage on the day the incident happened. Mikan came by to wake me up and told me that Nagito had recovered from his symptoms. We immediately headed over to the hospital, and after we confirmed his recovery, I made Mikan rest in the on-call room since she hadn't slept all night, while I waited in the hospital lobby. And then, I saw the incoming signal light on the surveillance camera blinking before our scheduled time. When I pressed the button to turn on the monitor, what appeared on screen was a video of someone wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head, climbing a stepladder.
Lika, no matter how many friends I've seen play this, not a single one said for Teru Teru.
Amazing! That's such a heart-pounding story! And then what did you do, Hajime?
They did try to make his ending a tearjerker, but it didn't really affect me. Oh, I see you, Awajj. I see you. You can catch up after on the trial by checking the VOD for the stream, or by checking the VODs on the YouTube channel. Though the VODs on the YouTube channel are still going slower than the actual streams, so they're still on the second case, I think. Anyways, I see you. Have a good one.
I tried to stop them, of course. I rushed out of the hospital and ran to where the video was being recorded, the music venue. But it was
nice
too
having
late.
you around. Bye-bye.
By the time I arrived, the person wearing the hemp bag on their head was already hanging from the ceiling. I thought I should tell the others right away, so I headed to the motel.
Why the motel?
Because it was close to the music venue, and unlike the hospital, there were more able-bodied people there. At least, that's what I thought. But the only person who came with me was Chiaki.
But I remember feeling a little relieved because not long after, you met up with Mikan and Fuyuhiko.
We were also looking for Ibuki since she disappeared from our sight.
After I rested for a bit, I started counting everyone at the hospital. And then I noticed Ibuki was gone. So I sprinted out of the hospital. Coincidentally, I ran into Fuyuhiko. So I pled with him in various ways to see if he could help me out.
Various ways?
Don't say it like that and confuse people.
After I heard from those two that Ibuki disappeared, I had a feeling she was the person wearing the hemp bag. So I immediately led them to the music venue.
But the door wouldn't open. Since we had no other option, the 4 of us broke down the door. And when that happened, we didn't just find Ibuki's body. We also found Hyoko's, and not just that. Her body was taped to a pillar.
That's when we heard the body discovery announcement. Not once, but twice in a row.
And so we decided to lower the hanged body, didn't we?
When we removed the hemp bag, just as we feared, it was Ibuki.
So that's how the case played out. Thank you. I understood it very easily.
Well, it's clear what the problem with this case is. When Hajime left the music venue, who...
Wait, how do I know anything Hajime just said is true?
Oh my god, here he goes again. Huh?
Sorry, I'm only being impartial right now. And the story I just heard is clearly suspicious. Hajime, if you're the only one who saw the hanging video, and the first one to discover Ibuki's body, then you could be lying as much as you want right now, right?
Lie? Why would I lie?
Obviously. So you could make us ignore what might be an inconvenient truth for you.
Do you doubt me?
If you're not lying, I would like you to prove it. Come on, try to prove it to me. Prove you're not the killer.
I love how trollish Nagito is. I mean, he's not being trollish. He's doing the right thing. We should have to prove it. We can't just... I mean, we are gonna take our own opinion on face value because it is us. We saw what happened. But the other people, they shouldn't, right? They should ask us to prove it. So they know it is the truth, because they can't know. They don't know we are the protagonists, so... It's just as Kazuichi said, Nagito's the kind of guy who just confuses and make matters worse. Damn it, I shouldn't have explained it to Nagito. I'm in trouble now thanks to that. But I think what Nagito is doing is like very valuable. Yes. Okay. Surveillance monitor video, movie's invitation ticket, motel room key, scrap of thick paper, and...
Hajime's testimony.
Give me 1 second. Surveillance camera unit, scrap of thick paper, surveillance monitor video. So those are separate things. Okay, we might as well go back and check though. Surveillance camera unit. A surveillance camera unit is put inside the music venue. So the camera unit is the one in the music venue that has been smashed to pieces. And the surveillance monitor video is the actual video that was recorded. Shows a person dressed in a hospital gown with a handbag on their head. I have a feeling Hajime is gonna have to defend himself a fair bit in this trial. Well, I mean, we are very few people now. We are 9 people. So... it kind of like, the suspicions are kind of like all over the place, right? Anyways, let me check again. So the surveillance monitor video. The movie invitation ticket. So we can use that as our alibi. We couldn't have done an imitation crime because we hadn't watched the film yet. So that's probably it, right?
Hajime's testimony is a lie. And the fact that Ibuki hung herself.
That would also be a lie.
Oh, that's not it. Invitation ticket,
I don't
that's
think
it.
I can deny that possibility. After all, Hajime's the only witness.
Why would Hajime lie?
Well, obviously, because he's the killer.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie.
There we go.
Ah,
I missed it! Oh my god, I should have stopped time. But that's okay, we know where the contradiction is. So we can just speed it up.
That would also...
I don't think I can... After all...
Why would Hajime...
Well, obviously...
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie.
There we go.
No, that's wrong!
Nagito's really smart that way, but also you can tell he loves
killer.
fucking with Hajime
I mean, there's
in
no
more
way
ways
I'd
than
be able
one.
to imitate that movie.
Lord. Okay, let's go.
Of course you're not. I already
I was
knew
about to
that.
start the voice acting, but...
Huh?
Before the incident, Hajime had never watched that movie. His invitation ticket is proof of that. Each person only received 1 ticket, and they're marked with a stamp that shows the date and time. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Yes, no mistakes there.
Okay, so we are
Which means
innocent.
there's no
Good.
way Hajime, who never saw the movie, could commit murders that imitated it. Or did anyone tell him what happens in the movie? Of course no one did, right?
Hold on a sec! You're the one who brought this up in the first place!
Nagito, what are you doing?
Well, since we're opening with your witness testimony, I thought we should solidify the foundation.
Such a helpful boy, right?
And also provide a good warm-up.
What warm-up? This isn't a game, you know.
Don't get mad. I just think warming up is really important. Especially since this isn't a game.
What a waste of time. Well, I knew it would turn out like this anyway.
Now then, since we know Hajime's testimony is reliable, let us move on to the arguments.
So this means Ibuki definitely climbed the stepladder all by herself, right?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Then that seals it! Ibuki committed suicide!
If Ibuki committed suicide, then who killed Hiyoko?
Nagito making sure his boyfriend is cleared out of suspicion.
A murder coincidentally occurring in the
Helpful
same
boy.
place as a suicide. Ain't possible, huh?
Like I said before, it's pretty clear what the problem with this case is. The killer murdered Hiyoko